What is good, YouTube? It's your boy Quinway Basketball Analysis coming to you with another What to Expect. The guy that I did yesterday was Tony Allen. Now it's time to talk about the team that he used to play for, the Memphis Grizzlies. This is a team that some people say they're going to make the playoffs. They barely made the playoffs last year. They had so many injuries last year. They still was able to fight and make the playoffs and hold the playoff spot for the whole year. And then on top of that, they was able to take the San Antonio Spurs to a tough series, a grit, grind, and ugly series. San Antonio won it in less than 7, but they had to fight for every damn win they had got. And that show you how tough it is to beat this Memphis Grizzlies team, because they play with a lot of fight, a lot of will, a lot of ugliness, and it helps them accumulate wins because mentally toughness, they beat you up, they make everything hard, they make you take tough shots throughout the whole game, no matter if you're a great player or a role player. It's just tough. And even though they're not the best offensive team, they still make the game so tough for you to score that you just be frustrated and you lose. Because I was playing against this team on 2K and I never could beat them with the new rosters, and I was like, it's hard to beat the team because Mike Conley and Marc Gasol is virtually unstoppable, especially when they get the ball near the basket or around the 5 to 10 feet range. They can always just do little floaters, hooks, and post ups. And then Mike Conley got the floaters, and then they can do the pick and roll with Mike Conley. If you go into the screen, he's gonna knock down a 3, and if you don't do that, he's gonna go past you, either do a floater or a mid range pull up jumper. And then Marc Gasol can do the floaters, the jump shots, the stop and pop, the spot up threes, and he can put the ball on the floor and get the ball to the basket, get some layups, some dunks, and get to the free throw line. And he can post up. Even though he's not shooting 50% plus from the field like most centers do, he's a more skilled player and a more versatile player in general because he can do more fundamentally. He has good fundamentals, and he's a smart, patient basketball player. And Marc Gasol really doesn't rush that much when he's in the post, or when he has the ball, he lets the game come to him. And I think that's important when you're trying to win, is valuing every possession and making it seem like every time you get the ball, it matters. Whether you're on offense or defense or creating turnovers, you're making the best out of each possession. And that's something that the Memphis Grizzlies has really done. And that's why they've been consistently making the playoffs, because they make you fight for every single basket you get. And when they beat you up offensively and defensively, but offensively, they make it tough and put you in tough situations where you're giving up decent shots to them. And I was like, wow, I got a lot of respect for this team, even though they've been in the playoffs for multiple years, even though they went to the Western Conference Finals. The team is just tough. And I seen a lot of that too when I seen Kawhi Leonard literally take over the fourth quarter, and he still couldn't win the game because how good and great that Mike Conley has become. Because Mike Conley was always a solid player, then he was a good player. Now he has become a great player, averaging 24 points a game and still dishing out 7 assists and still knocking out high percentage from the field in the 3 and not really turning the ball over that much. That's what I'm talking about, the value in the possessions. And now one thing I say, they finally getting the versatile players. Wade Baldwin is a point guard that can play the 1 or the 2. He's a decent shooter in college, and now he's going to have time to keep proving himself. Mario Chalmers, you know, he's a guy that values possessions. He's going to get on the court, and he's going to follow what the coach wants him to do. He's going to execute plays. He's going to play within the system, and he's going to knock down huge shots, and he's a good spot-up three-point shooter. And then you have Mike Conley, a grinder, a smart point guard, a winner. And then you have other shooters like Troy Daniels, Ben McLemore, Chandler Parsons, who can't really stay healthy, but he is a force to be reckoned with when he's healthy because he's a glue guy. He makes the right passes. He plays within the offense. He knocks down the spot up 3. He gets out in transition. He gets to the rim. He makes shots easier for other people because he takes pressure, because he puts the ball on the floor, and he can kick out the shooter or dump it off to Marc Gasol or Brandon Wright for layups and dunks and mid-range shots. And Ivan Rabb is another guy that's going to be a huge thing because he's 20 years old, but he's 6'10". He's athletic. He can finish around the basket. He's getting better close to shooting, but he's not there yet. But he can be a defensive prowess in the future, because they're going to eventually have to move on from Marc Gasol in the future, because he's at the point where he's only getting older at this point, and he's 32. He's still got some good years in him left, but the days of him being a supreme defender is almost over. And I want to talk about Ben McLemore and Tyreke Evans. That gives them more versatility, because now they have athletic wings besides Tony Allen, where they can teach them how to the defensive scheme, and they can keep up with the best shooting guards in the league, because they have the body, they have the size, they have the athleticism. Plus, Tyreke Evans is a guy that can get the assist just like Chandler Parsons, and get to the basket at will. And he's a great playmaker. He's a patient player and a great playmaker, and he's an improved shooter, shooting respectable from the three-point line, so he can knock down some corner threes and some spot-up threes. And Tyreke Evans always been a big, long, athletic body, but he also been a solid defender, and that's a guy that can play the 1, 2, or sometimes the 3, because of his athleticism and his length and his size and his body type, because he's 220 at the shooting guard position, and you very rarely see that, because they be at least 190 to 210, and he's 220, so he has the size to play the small forward position depending on who's out there. And Chandler Parsons is only 230. Ben McLemore is a guy that can come off screens, knock down jumpers, knock down three-point shots, get out in transition, get some layups, some dunks, and knock down free throws. And you only paying him $5 million a year, and he's only 24 years old. So you're taking a gamble on a 24-year-old that has a lot of potential, and you have the right players around him that can get the best out of him. Plus, he's going to be playing for a longer contract from years to come, because he wants to stay in the league, and he wants to prove that he belongs there, and he still has superstar potential. He just haven't put it together yet, and maybe he can do it for your team. And you, like I said, you only paying him $5 million, and you have other role players that's good, like Andrew Harrison can give you solid minutes. JaMychal Green can give you some 3, some 4 minutes, and now they have the size and the athletic ability now with a lot of the players I named, and that gives them more versatility. They can throw out more lineups. They can throw out more switches. They can virtually play from the perimeter now, because Mike Conley has improved so much. And then you, like I said, you have Ben McLemore, you have Andrew Harrison, you have Tyreke Evans that can get points, and now they actually have more shot creators, like, because of Tyreke Evans, give him another ball handler and another person that can create his own shot on the wing and off the bench if they want him to come off the bench. And like I said, he can get his own shot damn near all the time, and he's been doing that since he's been in the league. Remember, he was a rookie, he averaged 25 and 5 for a whole season, and on top of that, he was the sophomore versus rookie MVP. So the guy can play on any level. He just have injuries, and he hasn't really been consistent because they keep changing his role. And I like the team. They're going to be hard to stop. They're going to be hard to guard. They're going to be one of the teams that you're not going to be looking forward to playing against. They might be able to win 50 games with this roster. If not, they might win 45 to 48, which means they might be a 6, 7, or 8 seed. If so, there is going to be cancer going against this team on the daily basis, especially in the playoffs when the game slows down and you don't get as many transition baskets and that many turnovers. It's going to be hell for the number 1 seed or the number 8 seed or even the number 3 seed if they get the 6 seed, or even number 5 seed they get the 4th or the 5th going against this team. And like I said, now they got more playmakers, now they got more size, and now they got more versatilities, and they got more combo guards, and they got people that can knock down shots from the mid-range to the 3-point line. And that means it's going to be a hard team to beat, and it always was. And Mike Conley continues to take steps forward, so expect a better season, damn near an all-star season. He should be an all-star this year, and if he don't, then he got snubbed like he always do every year. So let me know what you guys think about the Memphis Grizzlies. This is a team that I got a lot of respect for. This is a team that the NBA and the league itself has a lot of respect for, and right now they need another superstar player to pair with Marc Gasol and Mike Conley, and they have the players to trade, and they have a lot of draft picks still that they can package together. And if they can get that one more guy, maybe they can be competing with the Rockets and OKC for that contender after San Antonio and Golden State, who I think is the top of the West. So let me know what you guys think. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. Let me know how you feel about the Grizzlies. Is they higher than 6? Can they finish 5th? Is they a 50-win team? Some people think so. Some people think they not. Is they gonna make the playoffs? Is Mike Conley gonna be an all-star? You can let me know whatever you think in the comment section below. I read all comments. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis signing out. Check out my website, analysisplayground.com. The link will be in the description and in the comment section below. Also, check out my Facebook page, analysisplayground.com. The link will be in the comment section in the description below. All you gotta do is click the link and send you to my Facebook page. And all I'm asking you guys to do is like to show support. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis signing out, and I'm waiting to see y'all comments below. Peace.